The bodies of 44 dead civilians were found in the temporarily occupied Izum, under the rubble of a 5-story building. Oleg Senegubov, the head of the regional military administration, wrote about this on his Telegram. Rescuers and locals who are still in the city were dismantling the floors and taking out the dead. Everything was done by hand. There is no special equipment left in Izum, the press service of the city council reported. The 5-story apartment building under which the bodies were found was destroyed by Russian shells in early March. The Azovstal plant in Mariupol, where the Ukrainian military hold a circular defense, is fired from artillery, ships, and planes. This was reported by the Azov National Guard Regiment on Telegram. It is noted that during the last 24 hours, the occupiers have made 38 flights to the Azovstal, including 4 flights of strategic bombers. Moreover, strikes by enemy tube and naval artilleries, multiple rocket launchers, tanks, and other weapons continue. According to the Azovstal defenders, the enemy does not stop trying to capture the Ukrainian fortress, continues daily assaults with the support of infantry.
In such conditions, we have to survive. We live in that basement, and the first and second floors are on fire. You can hear the shells coming and exploding, very close to us.
The Azov regiment also showed photos of wounded servicemen in the dungeons of the Azovstal plant who need immediate qualified medical care. The head of Luhansk Regional Military Administration, Serhiy Haidai, said that the Russian army had begun removing equipment from hospitals and schools in occupied Kreminna. According to him, the enemy took all modern equipment from the military lyceum. Haidai said the following: all modern equipment was taken to Russia. In addition, they took what they liked from barracks, canteens, warehouses. The Russians surveyed every inch of the educational institution. This day, the Ukrainian air defense shot down a Russian missile over Zaporizhia.
The missile exploded over an infrastructure facility in a village near the regional center. The facility was severely damaged. According to preliminary information, no one was injured.
The Russians continue to open fire on Luhansk region. For the last 24 hours, they have fired on the regional boarding school in Kharkiv, leaving no victims as pupils of the institution were evacuated in advance. The head of the regional military administration reported on this. He also added that the Russian army had opened fire on residential areas and infrastructure of the region 15 times for the last 24 hours. In Severodonetsk, the Russian destroyed the main gas pipeline, and there is also no electricity in the city. In total, 12 residential buildings, 1 house of culture, and 1 hotel have been damaged in the region during the day. During the last 24 hours, as a result of a missile strike on residential buildings of the urban village of Voronezh in Sumy region, several residential and other buildings have been significantly damaged. There are no casualties. This was announced by the head of Sumy Regional Military Administration, Dmytro Zhivitsky, on Telegram. It is known that the reason for the serious damage were 2 missiles fired on the territory of Shostka district by a Russian plane. Ukrainian pyrotechnicians continue to inspect the area and neutralize explosive devices. For the last 24 hours, pyrotechnics from Chernihiv region have neutralized 292 such units, including cluster munitions, artillery shells, mortar mines, and hand grenades. In Mykolaiv, employees of the State Emergency Service have eliminated 23 explosive objects for the last 24 hours. In total, since the beginning of the large-scale military invasion of the Russian Federation on the territory of Ukraine, 101,474 explosive devices have been neutralized, including 1,966 aviation bombs. The Jack Russell Terrier named Patron helps make the streets of Chernihiv region safer by looking for mines and other explosive devices. When Patron was taken to a family, the owner planned to make this purebred dog a show dog. But since the beginning of the war, the owner, an employee of the SES, took the pet with him on a mission. Patron took over the skills from the sappers. Now he has his own tactical unloading vest and chevrons.
Since we were destroying explosive objects, we trained him to get used to explosions. The first 2-3 times I was holding him, and then I realized he didn't even react to them.
1.5 years of work with a dog trainer and constant practice have yielded results. Since the beginning of the war, pyrotechnics have discovered and destroyed more than 19,000 munitions in the region. Some of them were found by Patron.
He helps us, looks for anti-tank mines. If he finds something, he starts digging, which means that something is there. After that, he receives a reward, and a sapper continues to work. He learns to differentiate smells. We work with him every day to improve.
On May the 8th, At a joint press conference with the Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau, President of Ukraine Volodymyr Zelensky presented Patron with his first state award for dedicated service.